Hello, hello. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. Wow. Um, so for anyone who's new to this channel is all about identifying and recovering from fake Advaita Vedanta, Neo-Advaita, as it's called. And so I've been researching, okay, well, what are the origins of Neo-Advaita, fake Advaita Vedanta, which has many characteristics, but the two main characteristics are one, the false teaching, you don't have to do anything because you're already there. That teaching is true only for a very ripe soul, very small minority of people. That teaching is for. It is not a teaching for the general public. Completely contradictory what Ramana Maharshi taught, though he did teach it to individuals, to certain individuals. And the second characteristic of fake non-duality is teaching self-inquiry to everyone. Also, completely contradictory to what Ramana Maharshi did. He only suggested it to specific individuals, and he had very specific requirements for who should do it. So, um, so, so that's the definition. So how did it get so distorted? And of course, actual Advaita Vedanta is connected back to Adi Shankara, and it's connected back to the Bhagavad Gita. But so, and those two ideas I just shared, and those are just the main ideas. There are many other distortions of it. Um, so how did it get so distorted? Well, I've been researching and meditating, and so far as I can tell, there's two main ways. One of them is by Papaji, and the other is people taking just individual quotes of Ramana Maharshi, taking them out of context and ignoring other things that he taught that they don't like. So I've talked a lot on this channel about misrepresentation of Ramana Maharshi's teachings. Please take a look around if you're interested or you're new. But today I'm going to talk about the Papaji, how Papaji helped start some of this. So so first of all, a lot of the Papaji connection. Papaji also sadly, um, he first of all he taught Neo-Advaita. He taught to a lot of people, nothing to do, you're already there. And he also taught, I don't know how much he taught self-inquiry. I'll have to research that a little bit more. My sense is that what he taught was there's nothing to do, you're already there, and Shaktipat, just awakening people with his own energy. And certainly people had profound awakening experiences, but to date, there's no one I'm aware of who had an actual full awakening. But there are many people who are out there teaching, claiming that they're a part of his lineage and claiming that he gave them permission to teach. Well, below this video is a link that clearly shows he gave permission to none of them to teach. And he, in fact, says that anyone who's teaching in his name is a fake, is arrogant, is misleading their students. And in Papaji's view, they're actually going to go to hell. Now, this may be surprising to some people, but yes, hell is a part of Advaita Vedanta. That's a deep topic, which I'm not going to go into, but this points out how vast of a crime, a crime in the sense of doing harm, how absolutely harmful it is to misteach someone. And Papaji in this video makes it very clear that these people were messengers, and the message was to actually bring people back to Lucknow, to bring people to where Papaji was, so that Papaji could teach them. That was the message that he sent them to teach. And what they did is they started teaching Neo-Advaita without his permission. And in his view, they're completely arrogant and they're caught up in their ego. So that's Papaji's. So you've gotten to listen to those of you who've come to this channel. You've gotten to listen to me talk about Neo-Advaita for years now, a couple of years. Please watch this video below, and you get to listen to Papaji. talk about Neo-Advaita teachers. He doesn't so much talk about Neo-Advaita, but to talk about fake gurus. So this, thank you to the person who posted that, gave me a link to this video, and check it out. And so the one other piece that, and the piece is, so, because this channel is about identifying but also recovering. So the key thing here is discernment. You cannot take a spirit anyone. You can't take any spiritual teacher just at their, you can't just go there and be like, they're teaching the truth. You have to research, you have to discern. This has been true throughout history, and how much more true is it in the 20th and 21st century, and especially now with the internet. It's triply true. You have to see if what they're teaching is in line with the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and the Brahma Sutras, and the teachings of Adi Shankara. Those are the scriptures of Advaita Vedanta. I used to call myself a hippie without the drugs. I'm such a go with the flow kind of guy. Never in 1,000 years did I think I would be telling someone, look, you have to, you only have to if you want to pursue non-duality. If you don't want to pursue non-duality, then don't worry about the non-dual scriptures. But if you're going to pursue non-duality, you absolutely must, for the sake of your sanity. And I say this from having gone to the brink of suicide, from having knowing of people who've committed suicide because of this teaching, knowing personally people who've had nervous breakdowns, people who, again, had a psychotic break. I get people coming by this channel all the time telling me how much harm Neo-Advaita has done. So I don't use the word have to lightly, but if you are interested in non-duality, you must educate yourself about the traditional scriptures to protect yourself, because most of what's being taught out there, it's just BS. It's not non-duality, and it's actually worse than BS. It's dangerous BS. So please, please check out Papaji's view of some of these people who he sent out as messengers to bring people back to him. Please listen to his own words on them. And if you're interested in non-duality, please start studying the Bhagavad Gita. Um, that's what woke me up. That's what protected me. That's what helped me begin to awaken from Neo-Advaita, was studying the Gita. Um, and I'm not saying everyone has to teach what's in the Gita, but if they're teaching non-duality, they must. If they claim to be teaching non-duality and what they're saying is contradicting the Gita, then they're actually not teaching non-duality. They've started their own tradition and they're being dishonest, either from ignorance, usually from ignorance, but it's dishonesty. They're teaching ignorance, a dangerous path. Thank you so much for dropping by. I wish everyone a beautiful, beautiful day. Take care.